Hello guys, my name is Paddy and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Buying a piece of land in Africa could be a very frustrating experience. And that is why I've put together this simplified 7-step approach on how to safely and legitimately get yourself that piece of land. Because you know what, in as much as I believed I had enough legal understanding on how to do stuff like this, the con man still tried to scam me. So yes, I would entreat anyone who wants to purchase land in Ghana or any part of Africa to be vigilant and do their due diligence. A few years ago, you may not be wrong to classify Africa as land abundant, but factors like increasing population and urbanization in many regions is driving up the demand and value for land. With the IMF's estimation that the combined GDP of Africa would be somewhere around $30 trillion in some 15 to 20 years to come, and the introduction of AFTA expected to increase Africa exportation by 560 billion in some 10 years to come, there has never been a good time to invest in land in Africa. So to safely get yourself that piece of land, these are my simplified 7-step approach. After you've searched around and found the piece of land that you are comfortable with, first of all, check the identity of the seller. So this is done simply for you to know exactly who you are dealing with and the person's credibility. So you can simply ask for the person's identity card or any nationally accepted ID card just so that you know who the person is. And if it's a company, you make sure that this company is duly registered and recognized. The next step, you request for the legal documents that cover the land, because no matter how much you are paying for the land, you do not want to leave anything to chance. So these legal documents help to identify exactly who owns the land. Some of the legal documents you could request for under this step are: one, the site plan. You could request for the indenture, and you could as well request for the lease agreement. The next step is to conduct a search. This step is very important. So here you basically approach a third party, which is normally a national authority, to find more information about the property, to know exactly who has legal rights to it, so that you know the person who wants to sell to you can transfer legal title to you. In Ghana, for instance, some of the institutions you could go are: one, the Lands Commission. So with the Lands Commission, you could go there with the site plan or the indenture or any of the legal documents that you obtain from the seller. So like you go there to find more information about the land, like who it actually belongs to, and to verify the other information provided. You could carry on further search to the Collateral Registry. So here you just want to know whether the land or the property you want to buy has not been used as a collateral in any financial transaction, like a loan agreement. And you could also go to the court, because in Ghana, for instance, about 80% of our high court cases are land related cases. So you just could go to the court to make sure that the property you want to buy is not the subject of any court case. So once you are satisfied that the property you want to buy is clean and free from any encumbrances, then it is time for you and the seller to draft a contract. So the contract of sale. This simply captures all the terms agreed by the parties involved. And guys, the fifth step is spousal consent. This step is very, very important, but it is one that most of the times people do not pay attention to. Okay, so in simple words, if you're buying a private property, which is a spousal property, okay, or a property that belongs to a husband and a wife, make sure that if you are dealing with the husband, you also get a written formal agreement from the wife. The same way, if you are dealing with the wife, you get that same agreement from the husband. If you do not obtain this agreement, any future contest from the partner could invalidate your title to the property. So the seed point is to prepare the transfer document. So this is simply a document or an assignment or sublease that could include other terms of the contract like a covenant. So when it's prepared and is duly signed, the property is considered to be legally transferred from the seller to the buyer. Alright, so this brings us to our last point, which is registration. Here, the new owner must ensure that the transfer is duly registered with the Lands Commission. It is sad to know that if the registration doesn't happen, the law would not recognize your new ownership. Yeah, so guys, This is our 7-step approach on how to safely purchase a piece of land in Africa, Ghana. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.